Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original campaign for Neverwinter Nights 2. We have assembled all our evidence, and it's time for the trial. So I'm going to cast Greater Heroism on myself for a little bit of pep talk, as it were. Talk to Sir Naval and get this show on the road. You can actually just skip the trial if you want. You don't have to play through it.
Lord Nasher Alagandar, Defender of Neverwinter, and Reverend Judge Olef Uskar, Lord Justiciar of Tyr.
Bring in the accused.
Oh no! I'm not gonna... Hey! Duck! Duck! Ow!
Reverend Judge, let the trial commence.
We are gathered here to determine the truth of the crime committed in the small village of Ember. Its people slaughtered to the last man, woman, and child. Under Tyr's guidance shall the truth of this matter be revealed, and justice delivered. Is the accuser here?
I speak for those the accused slaughtered at Ember, and I am here to see that justice is carried out this day.
And is the accused here? And his defender?
We are present and eager to bring the truth of this matter into Tyr's sight, Reverend Judge.
Very well. We now list the items presented by the accused in their defense, and they will be shown to the people of the court, Lord Nasher, and held aloft for the eye of Tyr to see. First off,
it may take a while for them to get through all the evidence, blessed, and the rest of the ritual nonsense, so if you have anything you want to ask, now's the best time.
Okay. Any advice?
Torio is an arrogant creature, but she is not a Luskan ambassador for nothing. This court is her theater, her arena, and she has had years of experience in treachery and twisting words. While evidence helps a case, she knows it is often the drama, the belief of everyone here as to who is guilty and who is not that will ultimately win the day. Do not forget that the rabble are here today to see someone hang. Unless you can convince them that you have been wronged, and grievously so, it is an uphill battle you fight.
Okay. And, strategy?
It is somewhat unorthodox, but playing upon the animosity between Luskan and Neverwinter may help you. But that will only go so far, and may even help Torio in convincing the court that your actions may have been an attempt to start another war which no one in Neverwinter wants. I cannot give you a clear strategy, but remember that trading diplomatic words with Torio will be difficult. Do not resort to such a duel unless you feel you can absolutely win. And do not threaten her or try to bluff her unless you are equally certain. If you fail, you are bound for the gallows for certain.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad someone does. I occasionally have a good idea, you know.
And you can thank him for some cheap influence.
Oh, well, you're welcome. But really, no thanks needed. I assure you, this is a labor of love, and I relish the thought of seeing Luskan lose face, and possibly Torio losing her head. Come, let us deliver some humiliations, one arrow at a time. It looks like they have finished dispensing the evidence.
And that is the evidence before us.
Perfect. Look at their faces. Torio's got quite a task ahead of her. That little harpy. Let's see her fly out of this little trap.
The accuser, Ambassador Torio Claven of Luskan, may now call witnesses to the stand.
These pieces of evidence, if that is what they truly are, can easily be explained away. It may seem extensive, but our witnesses will tell a different story.
Okay, and now, this character is not going to get the Master Warrior feat. Not with a 6 charisma and only 1 talking skill, but we do have 1 club in our bag, and we're gonna use it. Intimidate, intimidate, intimidate.
Is that always the last resort of one of Neverwinter? To blame Luskan for your city's failings and crimes?
I would not forget you are a guest of this city, Ambassador, and your voice is Luskan's while you are here. So I would keep a civil tongue in this court.
Of course, my lord. Forgive me, I meant no disrespect. Another witness, yes, and a most important one, Reverend Judge. Unknown to many, the people of Ember were not slaughtered to the last woman and child. I call on Elaine, the last living resident of Ember, to speak on what she saw that fateful day. Elaine, thank you for coming here. I know how difficult it must be, but you realize that you are the only voice of Ember that survived that terrible tragedy. Now, please tell the court what you saw.
I saw the accused. They're at Ember. He killed them all.
Elaine, no. Look, when you get the chance, ask her if I would ever travel with someone who would do that, and where we were when it occurred.
This isn't good. We need to change the course of the river streaming from her eyes, or we're all going to hang.
Okay. And again, we pull the one club out of our bag.
Lying? Lying? I saw my friends, my family.
Not only that, but must you always invoke Luskin's name when things are against you?
Alright, and we can stand up.
Do either of you even care what I have to say? What I have to say about Ember? This isn't about Luskin or Neverwinter or your foolish politics. It's about my village. A village that was wiped out and its people killed.
I am sorry, Elaine. Forgive me. Please tell us what you saw.
All those people. And they had no weapons. They had no way of fighting back.
But the accused slaughtered them all, did he not?
Yes. I saw it all. I took refuge in Port Last. There was nowhere left for me to go.
You are safe now, Elaine, and the accused cannot harm you here. What more proof is needed? We have a witness that saw the accused perform the deed. Perhaps we should move on to the sentence now. The accused's guilt is plain.
Alright, let's do some cross-examination here.
Of course. Please, the trap has already closed. There is no squirming out of it now.
You know I do. You brought her to Port Last.
And you're essentially just calling in a character witness in Chandra.
Yes, I know her well, as a matter of fact. She stopped in Ember during trade season. Not once, but many times. No, I did not know that.
Reverend Judge, I fail to see where this line of questioning is going.
And you can point out that Chandra is essentially your alibi.
Elaine, listen to me. Something's wrong. Whoever did what they did at Ember, it wasn't who you think it was. I would know.
Enough! The accused has only one counsel, and only he shall speak to the witness.
Oh, Ambassador, I freely forfeit the right to question the witness when Chandra here is speaking. I really have no choice.
Elaine, we weren't even at Ember when it happened, or anywhere near there. Are you sure you saw us?
I think I did. Or, well, someone who looked very much like the accused.
What?
Well, okay, so she's not as sure as she thought she was.
Forget this. Clearly the witness is too distraught to give her testimony properly. So let's choose someone who's not affected by Ember at all. Someone the accused knows all too well. I call forth Chandra Jarrow.
What?
Let her speak for herself, please. You cannot threaten her here. Come now, Chandra. Don't be afraid. We are in a court of law. You may speak freely here.
About what? About these false accusations?
No. I am interested only in your interactions with the accused. You travel with him, do you not?
I do.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever observed the accused causing, or near, any acts that compare to the destruction at Ember?
I really don't think that...
Answer the question.
No.
Not even your home?
Well, yes. But that was different. There were...
And wasn't your home attacked twice, and is now burned to the ground?
Well, yes, but that was after...
Next time when I ask you a question, I want you to answer it, Chandra, without objecting or giving me exceptions. You are safe here, and you need not fear the accused anymore. Because you see, what I am most concerned about, Chandra, is what you think. What you really think of the accused. We know something of his activities in Neverwinter already, as well as the lands around. So think carefully before you answer.
Hope you've been treating her well. She's about to come clean.
Is he someone who might do such a thing?
No, he is a good man who cares about others. To hear him slandered like this makes me angry at the injustice of it.
Angry enough to attack? To kill those who stand against the accused? I see.
By the gods, if you are accusing me of what happened at Ember...
I make no such accusations. But trouble does follow the accused, oddly enough. Perhaps you are blinded. One can often be in shock after the destruction of one's home. Thank you for all your help, Chandra. I think this matter will soon be brought to a close.
I hope you get what you deserve, Ambassador.
My dear, all I want is justice.
Yeah, I guess I should have been more careful about throwing around those fireballs. Darn it!
In a moment. But there's one more witness who's critical to this case. Why, I call the accused as a witness, of course. My question is a simple one. Why did you kill the people of Ember?
Yeah. I think Mew is the proper response here, but there are all sorts of options here as far as how to respond to this. I'm of course going to use the Intimidate option.
Oh, so easily angered. Is that what happened with the people of Ember? Did they get too close to the truth? Then you threatened them?
And we'll still, you know, there are unfortunately 2 Intimidate options here, so I'm actually going to have to choose. You know, we can say she's lying.
I should have known better than to argue with one of Neverwinter's soldiers. It's like cross-examining a wild boar.
Okay, your surrender is accepted.
No more questions, Reverend Judge.
Very well, Ambassador. The accused may now present their witnesses.
May I? I have a brief opening speech with some cutting barbs prepared, but if you'd rather be found innocent as quickly as possible...
Yeah, let's just call it closed here.
Very well. Simply lie back and allow me to expound upon your innocence. Rest your eyes if you wish. This could take a while. And that is why, Reverend Judge, these wild accusations by the ambassador are not only baseless and pointless, but she has also failed in her role as the voice of her home city. I recommend immediate dismissal of all charges and an immediate hunt for the true criminals in Ember's massacre.
If that is all, Ambassador, anything you wish to add?
I have no other statements, Reverend Judge. Like his name indicates, the arguments of the accused's defender are shiftless and granular, unable to form into a coherent shape, much less an argument.
And you, Sand, anything more you wish to add that you did not say in the first 3 hours?
Only that the dress the ambassador is wearing is clearly out of fashion, a blatant attempt to distract the court from the matter at hand, and is more appropriate for a docked prostitute than a diplomatic envoy. Thank you.
The parties have spoken. Now all that remains is judgment to be passed. Lord Nasher.
I expect Lord Nasher has already come to the correct decision.
I certainly hope so. It's evident this was a conspiracy to frame a loyal squire of Neverwinter as a criminal of the worst sort.
Silence, Sand. I have heard enough from you, and from you, Torio. And it is enough for me to reach a decision. The case before me was a difficult one. But it seems we now know the identity of Ember's attackers. Naval, I want the Ambassador, her retinue, and any remaining members of the Arcane Brotherhood of Luskan outside the city gates by nightfall.
What? This is no verdict. To think the Brotherhood truly responsible.
You brought this case before me. Now you debate my verdict? I would be careful of where you point a sword when you draw it, Ambassador. And remind your masters in Luskan of that as well. I think we've wasted enough time on this. Justice has been done, and...
I claim the right of trial by combat.
Ambassador, I am tired of your games, and I will indulge you no longer.
In a matter of such importance, you would deny me my sacred right of appeal? Can Lord Nasher do that, Reverend Judge? Can he put himself above our god tier in this matter?
He cannot. The ambassador from Luskan is entitled to an appeal as she describes.
Okay, great.
Gods, I was hoping she didn't know about it.
And who will fight for you, Torio? This is no battle with words, though I would like to see you try to match your wit against the blade of a true soldier of Neverwinter.
Indeed, you are correct, Sir Naval. Luskin is not the aggressor here, and I only wish to see justice done. But I cannot defend myself and seek justice in this matter. Is there not one who will champion the people of Ember?
Guess not.
I will. I have listened to these lies, and will answer them with my blade, in Luskin's name.
A champion has been declared. Both the defender and the accused are required by law to report to the Temple of Justice in Neverwinter, to undergo the rite of Tyr, to cleanse themselves in a night of prayer and vigilance. The following morning, the champions shall meet in combat so that justice may be decided.
So be it. After the rite is observed, the trial shall be held in the morning upon the tourney grounds. Arm yourself and be ready, squire, or choose a champion to fight for you. Because, by the gods, we have not come all this way for justice to be denied in this final hour.
So, it seems this will be decided with blood. If that is what it takes to win the day, then that is what we must do. When you are prepared, go to the Hall of Justice and speak with Prior Ham to start the rite of Tyr.
We've already gone way too long in this episode. Next time, trial by combat. It'll be less boring, I'm sure.